Want to learn how to actually tell your brand story? Well, sis, grab your pen and paper because in this video, I'm going to share with you how to actually tell your brand story so you can share your testimony in a way that's authentic to you while also letting people know how they can purchase from your business. Hey, it's your girl, Steph Rodness, founder and CEO of Godlywood, creator of Godlywood Girl University, an online e-learning platform that makes it easy for women of Christ to start an online business using the power of passive income sales funnels. So don't forget to come check out Godlywood Girl University by going to godlywoodgirl.tv. And if you're ready to learn how to actually create your brand story for your business, let's dive in. So the first step in creating a brand story for your business is understanding what is the problem that your business actually solves. Every single business needs to be a clear solution to a clear problem. So when you're telling your brand story, your story has to reflect how you figured out what that solution is. So if you don't know what the problem is that you solve with your business, it'll be literally impossible for you to craft a clear brand story that inspires customers to purchase from you. So the very first step, what problem do you actually solve in your business, aka your niche, right? If you don't know what that is, sis, come into Godlywood Girl University. You need to learn my formula for identifying the problem that you solve because you want to make sure that your business is a clear solution to a clear problem. People don't just purchase products online. They buy solutions to their problems in the form of a product. So you want to get really clear on that. The second step to creating your brand story now, once you know what the problem is, step number 2 is figuring out how did you come up with the solution? How did you design this prescription, is how I call it in Godlywood Girl University, or this solution to the problem? Every single pain point in life, every single problem, every single challenge, right, has multiple ways of solving that problem. Nobody can ever tell me there's only one way to solve any problem on this earth. I just don't believe it. And that's why I think there's always room for new businesses to start, because there's always new, unique ways to solve a problem. But you got to figure out, sis, how you actually came up with that solution. This is why I like to really teach my girls in Godlywood Girl University not to create businesses that are copycat businesses. So for example, if you learned from somebody else how to do something, but you never actually did it yourself, don't create a business teaching somebody else's solution, because now when it comes to your brand story, you have no way to come up with how you actually learn that solution. What are you going to say? Oh, I purchased this product from so-and-so, stole their methodology, now I'm teaching it to you. Like, that's not a brand story that's going to inspire people. However, if you say, well, I purchased the solution from this person, I learned it this way, but it didn't quite work for me. So then I tried this, and then I tried that, and then I tried this, and finally, after failing 3 different times, I figured out the way that actually works, and that's what I do now. That's a brand story that people can relate to, because we're all trying to figure out different solutions to our problems. We've all purchased products that didn't work for us, right? So we can very much relate to that. And so you want to figure out, or you want to discover, like go through your memory and discover how you actually came up with that solution to that problem. Your solution is your solution, right? This is how you decided to solve this problem. So there's going to be something in your testimony and your story for how you actually did it. Like for me here at Godlywood Girl, I teach women of Christ how to create online businesses using the power of passive income sales funnels, right? The way that I came up with that solution is not by myself. I didn't teach myself sales funnels. I learned sales funnels from multiple business gurus over multiple years. I've been learning about sales funnels since 2015. Now, what's really unique about my story is that I was creating sales funnels in a way that didn't work for me, my business, or my pockets, right? Because I was learning sales funnels from millionaires who were spending $10,000 to $20,000 per month in Facebook ads to make their money. And it just didn't work for me. So I had to figure out how to use sales funnels in a way that worked for somebody who had a $0 to $300 budget. So my system was literally fail, 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 fail. Oh, that works. And then I created my system based off of that. So there's always going to be a unique way that you created that solution, and you really want to get clear on what that was. And step number 3, now that you figured out how you came up with that solution, you want to tell that story with the clear beginning, middle, and end. This is your brand story. Now, I'm a filmmaker, right? And I also was a video producer at my job for 10 years before I quit my job. So I'm going to tell you story structure, the way that I do it, but there are different ways that you can tell a story. Just make sure it has a clear beginning, clear middle, clear end. But this is the template that I like to use, right? So life before problem. What was your life like before you discovered that problem that you solved with your business? And then problem. Clearly articulate what the problem was, how you figured out what it was. Life before solution. What was your life like when you discovered you had the problem but you didn't have a solution yet? This is where you're pretty much going to tell how you failed so many times before you came up with the solution, right? And then finally, solution. This was the solution that solved the problem for you. And then life after solution. What is your life like now that you actually applied that solution? And then you tell people, I created a product or I created a business that helps you get the same solution in your own life, and you can grab it by going to your website link or your lead magnet or your Instagram, social media, however you drive sales for your business. That's how you craft a brand story, right? Life before problem, problem, life before solution, solution, life after solution, call to action, which is how they can actually purchase from you. Again, you don't have to use my formula to a T. You can definitely modify this. Just make sure your story has a clear beginning, middle, and end. Make sure it tells the clear solution, right? How you came up with the solution, and make sure that it clearly states the problem that you solve. Because you want somebody who has the same exact problem to hear your brand story and say, ooh, that's for me. I need that, right? She went through the same thing I did, so let me go ahead and get her solution because she went through the same thing I did, so her solution that worked for her will most likely work for me. That's what you really want to communicate with your brand story. Bonus tip, when you're crafting your brand story, sis, be authentic. Whew. I can't say this enough. If you try to present yourself as somebody who's had this perfect life and everything is perfect and nothing ever goes wrong, well, nobody's gonna buy because nobody has a perfect life. Everybody has problems, everybody has setbacks, everybody has failures. So if you tell your brand story in a way that makes you seem like you're perfect, you have it all together, nothing ever went wrong for you, who's gonna relate to that, right? Who's gonna relate to that? Like for me, my goal is to have something called Godlywood Girl Missions. It's a not-for-profit that literally works to eliminate poverty, eliminate illiteracy, share the gospel of Christ. I would love to start Godlywood Girl Missions in 2023 with $1 billion in startup capital. It's a dream that I've had since I was literally 15 years old. However, if I am looking at other not-for-profits who started billion-dollar not-for-profits with, I don't know, daddy's money, well, I'm gonna get a little discouraged by that because I ain't got daddy's money to $1 billion from daddy, right? To be able to start my nonprofit. So I can't look at that person's solution for how they did it. I want to search for somebody who's like me, who started out like me with an online business, probably using sales funnels, maybe who's a filmmaker, who was able to monetize and earn that much money and start a nonprofit. So you have to just make sure that when you're communicating your brand story, you're authentic, because then people who are like you and similar to you and have your similar background will be more attracted to get your solution because they can relate to your story. Do not pretend. Do not pretend. Do not pretend. So that's it for this video on how to actually craft your brand story. I hope that you find it really, really helpful. If you want help building your online business using the power of passive income sales funnels, come join me in Godlywood Girl University by going to godlywoodgirl.tv. And if you want more videos, tutorials that help you step into your purpose as a Christian entrepreneur, make sure you subscribe to the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel. My goal with this channel is to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ as a Christian entrepreneur. So if that's you, hit that subscription button, and God willing, I'll see you here at Godlywood Girl. Hey love, thanks so much for watching this video on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and click the subscribe button so you can get brand new videos that Godlywood Girl releases. My mission with the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel is for it to empower at least 5 million women of Christ to get unstuck, stop feeling frustrated, and start living God's greatest purpose for their lives. So if you want to join that movement, make sure you click the link below to join me in the Godlywood Girl School of Purpose, where I literally teach you how to start living God's greatest purpose for your life step by step. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.